Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is As Soft as Cotton, a novel by our guest, excuse me, Judge Joyce Carter Ball. And of course, Joyce Carter Ball, Judge, let me welcome you to the show this morning.
Thank you, Dr. Haney.
And to tell you how delighted, Judge, we are to have you this morning.
Thank you so much.
And to talk about your first novel, and to try to do it within the context of recognizing that this is the end of Negro History Month and the beginning of Women's History Month, and to deal with it from that perspective so that we might be able to give as much information to our audience as we possibly can in reference to this first book, As Soft as Cotton. But before we do that, Judge, let's have you to give us some information about your background, your education, and some of the things that were important in terms of eventually leading you not only to write your first novel, but at the same time to be a judge in the state of Tennessee. And let's talk about it from that perspective.
Well, thank you, Dr. Haney. It's an honor to be here today. I'm a native Virginia, and I went to Hampton University. I majored in psychology. I got a BA in psychology. I'd always wanted to go to law school, and I was accepted after college, but I wasn't in a position to go at that particular time. But I never lost that dream. I sort of tucked that dream of going to law school away, and I knew that someday and somehow it would happen. And I'll get into that with my novel, As Soft as Cotton. But see, we moved here, I guess it was 1987. My husband's job brought us to Memphis. And it was then that I had the opportunity to go to law school at the University of Mississippi School of Law. And about 4 years ago, I was appointed an administrative law judge by the Secretary of State. And that's what I do, and I thoroughly enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. And so you're involved in the law, but at the same time, you're interested more than anything in being an author, and this is, as we indicated earlier, your first book. Let's talk about As Soft as Cotton, Judge. Just sort of give us an overview during this this first segment, and then we'll come back later and talk about it in a much more extensive
Sure. I created 3 characters. My first character is a young slave girl, and she's born on a plantation in Holly Springs, Mississippi, and she is a dreamer. She wants more out of life than she's told that she can have, and she doesn't accept that. She believes that she was born to do great things, and so she sort of tucks that dream away, and that's her story. Her dream, fulfilling her dream. And of course, she's in the past. And then my second character, Celia, lives in the present. And she is a financial advisor. She's a mother of 3, and she comes home to raise her children. And she deals with some of the ordinary, daily stress that we have in our lives as mothers, as teachers, as whatever our professions are. And then the third character is Rainey. And Rainey's life starts in the present, but as the story progresses, it goes on to the future. And her journey represents what I think the future may hold for us. Yes.
And so overall, now looking at this first character, born in a slave situation in Holly Springs, Mississippi, and having dreams and aspirations of being more than a slave, how do you get her into a situation of having dreams as a slave girl, to have such dreams, to have such ambitions in a real sense?
She's very intelligent, and she's curious. And as she goes about her daily duties in the master's house, as I call it, the big house, she is very perceptive, and she listens to everyone who comes in that house. And in everything she hears, she believes, gee, why not me? Why couldn't I live like this? And that's how she sort of starts dreaming and believing that she can accomplish anything.
Very good. And of course, what we'll do, Judge, we'll take a first commercial break, and then we'll come back and we'll say a few more words in reference to this slave girl who had an opportunity to hear things and somehow had ambitions, and we'll talk about that. And of course, we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short commercial break. The topic